What is going on? More on the Tesla robot Optimum Gen 2. Now, this robot is going to be a game changer, and I want to talk to you about why Tesla is going to be the one that's going to be able to execute this robot way beyond any other company in the world, I feel. So, as an automation expert, I've been doing automation and robotics for over a decade now. And I've also spent a lot of time, close to a decade, at least 6+ years, in following Tesla, following what they do as a company, actually investing in Tesla. And I want to explain to you why I think Tesla robot is going to be the #1 robot in the market and why Tesla's going to be able to execute this. So I'm going to really speak on this from a lot of the technological standpoints of this and also some executional standpoints of this. And what do I mean by this? Well, one, Tesla is a full-fledged company. They're a huge company, they're a massive company, and Elon is one of the most richest people in the world. So he has the ability to allocate resources to this product. But let's look at what the vehicle has to offer to start with, right? So what does the vehicle have in it technology-wise that gives this Tesla robot the advantage? Well, to list off a couple, there's AI, there's vision, there's battery technology. That's just to list a couple, right? So let's get into AI. How does this AI from a vehicle translate over to the AI for a robotic system? Well, one thing with this AI, right? It's a learning model. It's the ability to teach something. So even though the AI models will probably be much different for the robot, there's still AI training tools. There's still AI, programming training. This whole process is a very expert level process, right? And it's something their company already has experience in, already has resources in. And so this gives them a major advantage in AI alone. So let's go into vision. As a company, we work with vision in our automation systems, right? So we build automation and robotic systems for manufacturing companies. And we deal with vision, right? So we know some of the capabilities of vision and how it's utilized in a manufacturing setting, and also can translate that to how it's utilized in real world life, right? So you utilize vision to locate things, you use vision to inspect things, and Tesla has them in their cars, which is utilizing them to be able to drive autonomously. And so they're also collecting a ton of data. So all these things tie in together, right? You have the vision, you have the AI, you have the data collection. And so these Tesla vehicles are driving around on a daily basis, collecting data, using their vision system to locate things, to identify things. So this outside world that the Tesla's driving around in, they can literally take that knowledge that's being taught from the vehicles and shove it into the robot. Now, that won't relate necessarily for inside, but let's say, for instance, you told the robot to walk down to the grocery store. It would have a very good understanding because there's so much data that's been collected on the outside exterior world from the Tesla vehicles, right? And through GPS mapping and coder feedbacks and all these different things, right? That's going to give them the edge when it comes to exterior things. But the bigger part of that is, right, is that they're constantly learning, they're constantly collecting data and refining their AI tools, right? They're refining the vision processes. And the refining of this is going to give their robot the ability to outperform. So let's go into the battery side of things, right? Tesla not only is full self-driving, but it's an electric vehicle. And what do electric vehicles have? They have batteries. And they have huge batteries. Tesla's always working on how do we reduce the size of the battery, how do we reduce the weight of the battery, how do we increase the output of the battery, overall the efficiency of the battery, cost of production. Just these things I listed off here give such a huge advantage for the Tesla robot. Now, the Tesla robot's gonna have a much smaller battery in it, but they're gonna still utilize the same technologies they're using over at Tesla. Potentially looking at Tesla to put their battery in their vehicle because they have the superior technologies when it comes to batteries, right? There's even automotive companies talking about using Tesla's full self-driving. And so the reason why these companies are wanting to implement their technologies into their vehicles is because it is the best. And now they have this robot that's gonna be game changing, and they're gonna be able to implement these exact same technologies and all this research and development into another product that is just gonna be another revenue driver. And it's way bigger of a revenue driver than even the vehicle space, right? Because it's a finite amount of vehicles. Only a certain amount of people can afford the vehicles, only a certain amount of people utilize their vehicles for a certain amount of time. However, let's say, for instance, like a robot, the allocation of time that you can utilize that thing. It can do your laundry for you, it can do your dishes for you, it can do your cooking for you in the future. These are just examples, right? Maybe it doesn't have these capabilities now, and I would say it don't have these capabilities now. But This is something for in the future that it'll be able to do. So the use case and its usability will be so much higher that, you know, people would be willing to spend more $30,000 on this, you know, robot. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the next point, which is the ability to manufacture and mass produce this robot. So let's say they get this robot to a point where they feel it's good enough for production. I still think as of right now, they're just marketing. Even though the Gen 2 robot came out and it looks fantastic, it looks production ready, I still don't think they're going to ship it out yet. I think they're still going to work on it and engineer and refine its capabilities before they send it out. Because if you look at the demonstration videos they're pretty good. They're very impressive, right? I'll say that. However, I know that whenever you look at a demonstration video, it's a demonstration video, and the actual usability in real life will be much less than that. You know, it probably performs like 50% as well as it did in those videos. That's just kind of how like technology works and whatnot. But I think it's going to get there, right? I have no doubt that it'll get there. I just think they're going to take some more time to do that. But however, when they get to manufacturing, they're already producing vehicles. They already have scaled up manufacturing. They have already introduced automation into their facilities and know how to ramp up automation and know how to ramp up manufacturing. Being able to convert this to the robot, which is a smaller form factor too, so you don't need as much square footage to be able to build this same product. You know, according to what I've heard on the internet, there's less components in the Tesla robot versus a car, which, you know, I kind of question that, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of little actuators and a lot of small parts that, you know, will be a little bit more complex to manufacture and automate, but that's another story. So they're going to have the ability to execute on the manufacturing very well, right? Again, it's something that they're already doing with their vehicles, and this is an advantage. Like, a lot of these other companies don't have this capability. You know, if you go look at Google, like, what do they produce? Okay, they have a cell phone now. Okay, they have maybe Google products, like their smart home devices, like Google Homes and tablets, and there are some products, right? Google is becoming more of a product company, which I really love Google as well. I'm very much an ecosystem type of person. So I want to invest in anything that is, or I pay attention to anything that has a strong ecosystem. So there's almost no other company in the world that has the ability to have the AI, to have the batteries, to have the manufacturing capabilities that Tesla has, right? There's other companies building humanoid robots, but I don't think they have the ability to manufacture and mass produce. Now they can find a partner company to help them manufacture, and it's definitely doable, especially, you know, a company like Google or something that has tons of money. They could do it, but Tesla's already doing it. Tesla already has the experiences and has the processes in place to be able to do it, and they can do it internally, right? They're vertically integrated. They're vertically integrating the AI. I'll say there's no part of this robot that's going to be outsourced. At least no major part. No part that's like the true significance, the technology of it. Let's dive into another thing. So with Tesla's full self-driving and its AI, they're also building their own computer called Dojo. So Dojo is its own supercomputer that Tesla has that is being designed specifically for their AI tools, right? Which gives them the ability to execute code more quickly, gives them the ability to process data. And this is gonna be a game changer, because almost every computer that is manufactured in the world is a generalized computer, right? It's not designed specifically to operate some AI function. And whenever you design a piece of hardware to be very specific to a function, now its efficiency increases by a ton. So they're putting R&D in that. They're already doing that in their Tesla vehicles. And again, Tesla vehicles, that's why they have such a compounding effect. They can put this investment towards Tesla, right? It's a cost of Tesla. Tesla's engineers on the automotive side, they're spending their time and resources towards this supercomputer building. And then they're gonna be able to take all that engineering, all that investment, and plug it into the Tesla robot. The ecosystem that Tesla has is phenomenal. You know, I think that they'll definitely go into other spaces, phones. You know, there's been jokes about having the Pi phone for years, but I think that they're gonna target all the important places. I think he went very intelligently with going with this robotics sector, because it's such a huge sector. It's bigger. It's probably bigger than the cell phone sector. One, because the cost of the product will be more, so the profit will be, you know, higher, but the use case of it, you know, somebody might have multiple robots, whereas like somebody only buys like one phone, or businesses, right? All the thousands of employees at a company, they could use a ton of these robots, right? I don't want to say all the employees could be replaced by this robot, and it's going to be probably a decade before it's 100% ready to really replace all the jobs in let's say a manufacturing setting, but they have the lead on it, and I think they're going to be able to accomplish this. So if you want to check out more of this type type of content. I have more videos coming. We're going to be talking also on why Tesla may not be able to succeed in this, and why the Tesla robot is not necessarily ready. So a whole playlist on the Tesla robot as an automation company, as an automation expert. I'm super excited to discuss on the Tesla robot Optimum Gen 2. It's a phenomenal thing. I mean, what they're doing is crazy. What they've demonstrated already is mind-blowing. So I think the future is going to be grand. Follow us for more.